And we begin with developing news out of Washington State. Federal investigators are looking into the cause of a deadly Amtrak train crash south of Seattle. The passenger train was traveling on a bridge when it derailed and spilled onto the busy I-5 below during the height of morning rush hour. Officials confirm at least 6 people are dead and dozens others are injured.
The Amtrak train running between Tacoma and Portland, Oregon was on its first run as part of a faster service that local authorities had been warned could be dangerous. ABC's Scott Carty is following this developing story and has more for us from Washington.
Amtrak 501, emergency. We are on the ground. We are on the bridge 5 in the square. Need EMS ASAP. It looks like they're already starting to show up.
Tragedy on the tracks. Just before 8 a.m. Pacific time, an Amtrak train traveling south of Tacoma, Washington, went off the rails and crashed on a busy highway traffic during rush hour.
Then I started hearing all the sirens and turned on the news, and then we saw it.
The Department of Transportation says at least 78 passengers and 5 crew were on board before it derailed and crashed onto Interstate 5. Several motorists on the highway were injured. Local authorities say all of them survived.
Right now, life safety is really our precedence right now. We've got fire and law enforcement that we really need to make sure. So we need to secure that scene. We need to make sure that those cars are safe before they can get on and check for more casualties.
Interstate 5 was closed in both directions, traffic at a standstill for miles. One victim on the train says he and his fellow passengers were tossed into the seats in front of them as it went off the tracks. President Trump expressing the nation's thoughts and prayers for the victims, but adding the need for changes to our nation's infrastructure.
It is all the more reason why we must start immediately fixing the infrastructure of the United States.
Officials say this was the debut run for Amtrak Train 501 heading from Seattle to Portland, the first to carry commuters on a new high-speed route that traveled further inland to improve travel times.
I was wondering if they did any dry runs on this before the passengers aboard. But yeah, it's a terrible thing. Very upsetting.
Scott Carty, ABC News, Seattle.
We want to show you some live pictures right now, what it looks like here. Now, the train was part of a brand new, what they're calling Cascades high-speed rail service program that Amtrak launched this morning between Seattle and Portland. The train can travel up to 79 miles per hour, and the cars are supposed to be equipped with a special technology that uses gravity to allow it to tilt through curves while it maintains speed. We, of course, will continue to follow this developing story and bring you any updates as they become available.